A color gradient is a gradual blend between two or more colors. Gradients create smooth transitions, adding depth and visual interest to designs. They are versatile tools for designers used in various applications like backgrounds, illustrations, and text effects. Gradients enhance the visual appeal of websites, posters, logos, and user interfaces. Imagine a sunset where the sky transitions seamlessly from orange to pink and purple. That's a gradient in action. Designers recreate this natural phenomenon digitally, using software to blend colors seamlessly. This blending creates a spectrum of hues, adding a touch of realism and artistry to digital designs. Gradients are more than just aesthetic elements. They can convey emotions and guide the viewer's eye. A warm gradient with reds and oranges can evoke feelings of energy and passion, while a cool gradient with blues and greens might suggest calmness and tranquility. Whether you're a seasoned designer or just starting, understanding color gradients is essential for creating visually captivating and engaging designs. There are three main types of color gradients: linear, radial, and angular. Each type offers a unique way to blend colors, providing designers with diverse options for their projects. Linear gradients transition colors along a straight line. They are the most common type of gradient used for backgrounds, buttons, and banners. Imagine a rainbow. That's a perfect example of a linear gradient. Radial gradients blend colors outward from a central point, creating a circular pattern. They are often used to simulate light sources, create spotlights, or add a sense of depth to an object. Think of the sun's rays spreading out. That's a radial gradient in action. Angular gradients, also known as conic or conical gradients, blend colors around a central point, creating a cone-shaped transition. They are less common but offer unique design possibilities, often used for pie charts, color wheels, and creating special effects. Picture a spinning top with different colors. That's an example of an angular gradient. Each type of gradient offers distinct visual characteristics, allowing designers to choose the best option to achieve their desired effect. Linear gradients are the most common type of gradient used in design. They are a fundamental tool in the designer's toolkit, providing a seamless way to blend colors. They are simple to create and offer a wide range of possibilities for blending colors along a straight line. This simplicity does not limit their potential. Instead, it opens up a world of creative opportunities. This versatility makes them suitable for various design elements, from web headers to posters and app interfaces. The ability to adapt to different contexts is what makes linear gradients so popular. To create a linear gradient, you need to define at least two color stops. These stops are crucial as they determine where one color ends and another begins. A color stop is a point along the gradient line where a specific color appears. By adjusting these points, you can control the flow and transition of colors. You can add multiple color stops to create more complex transitions with multiple colors. This allows for intricate designs and smooth color blending. The direction of the gradient is determined by the angle. This angle can be adjusted to suit the design's needs. A 0-degree angle creates a horizontal gradient from left to right, providing a straightforward and clean look, while a 90-degree angle creates a vertical gradient from top to bottom. This vertical orientation can add a sense of height and structure to the design. You can adjust the angle to create diagonal or any other desired direction for the gradient. This flexibility allows for dynamic and engaging designs. Linear gradients are often used for backgrounds. They provide a smooth transition that can enhance the overall aesthetic of a design. They can create subtle transitions behind content, adding depth and visual interest to web pages and posters. This subtlety can make a significant difference in the design's impact. Buttons and call-to-action elements can make buttons stand out and appear more interactive. The gradient fill can draw attention and encourage user interaction. Dividers can separate sections of content in a visually appealing way. This helps in organizing content while maintaining a cohesive look. Progress bars can show the progress of a task in a visually engaging manner. The gradient fill can make the progress bar more dynamic and interesting. Linear gradients are a versatile tool for designers, offering a simple yet effective way to enhance the visual appeal of various design elements. Their ability to blend colors seamlessly makes them an essential component in modern design. Section 4. Radial gradients. Radial gradients offer a different way to blend colors emanating from a central point and radiating outwards. This circular pattern creates unique effects, simulating light sources, highlighting focal points, and adding a sense of depth to designs. Like linear gradients, radial gradients also use color stops to define the colors and their positions within the gradient. The center point and radius determine the shape and size of the gradient. Radial gradients are particularly effective for creating spotlights. They can draw attention to specific areas within a design, highlighting important elements. Simulating light sources. They can create realistic shadows and highlights, adding depth and dimension to objects. Designing backgrounds. They can create captivating backdrops with a sense of depth and dimension, especially for circular elements, adding emphasis to circular buttons and icons. They can make these elements stand out and appear more three-dimensional. Radial gradients are a powerful tool for designers, adding a touch of realism, depth, and visual interest to designs, particularly those featuring circular elements or requiring simulated light sources. Section 5. Angular gradients. Angular gradients, also known as conic or conical gradients, are less common than linear and radial gradients but offer unique possibilities for creating visually striking designs. These gradients can add a dynamic and sophisticated touch to your projects, making them stand out in a sea of more traditional gradient styles. They blend colors around a central point, creating a cone-shaped transition. This unique blending method can produce a mesmerizing effect that draws the viewer's eye and adds depth to the design. Creating an angular gradient involves defining color stops and their positions around the circle. Each color stop can be adjusted to create a smooth or abrupt transition depending on the desired effect. The angle of rotation determines the starting point of the gradient. By adjusting this angle, designers can control the flow and direction of the color transition, adding another layer of customization to their work. Angular gradients are particularly useful for creating pie charts and data visualizations. They can represent different data segments in a visually appealing and easy-to-understand manner. The gradient can help differentiate between segments, making the data more accessible and engaging. Designing color wheels and color pickers. They provide a clear and intuitive way to visualize and select colors. This can be especially helpful for artists and designers who need to see how colors interact and blend together. Creating unique background patterns. They can add a touch of creativity and visual interest to backgrounds, especially for designs with a circular theme. These patterns can be used in a variety of contexts, from web design to print media, to create a memorable visual experience. Adding special effects to text and objects. They can create eye-catching effects, particularly for designs related to music, entertainment, and technology. The gradient can be used to highlight important text or to add a futuristic touch to the design. Angular gradients are a less common but powerful tool for designers, offering unique possibilities for creating visually striking and informative designs, especially for data visualizations, color palettes, and creative effects. By experimenting with different color stops, angles, and transitions, designers can unlock a world of creative potential and elevate their work to new heights. Section 6. Creating gradients in design software. Creating gradients in design software is a straightforward process that can significantly enhance your design projects. Most design tools, including Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, and Sketch, offer intuitive interfaces for creating and customizing various types of gradients. These tools provide a range of options to suit different design needs. Here's a general overview of how to create a gradient in design software, which can be applied to most design tools available today. 1. Select the gradient tool. This is the first step in creating a gradient. Most design software has a dedicated gradient tool, often represented by a rectangular icon with a gradient fill. This tool is usually easy to locate in the toolbar. 1. Choose the gradient type. This step involves selecting the type of gradient you want to create. Select the desired gradient type, whether it's linear, radial, or angular. Each type offers a unique way to blend colors and can be used to achieve different visual effects. 3. Set the colors. Define the colors for your gradient by selecting color stops and choosing the desired colors. This is where you can get creative with your color choices. You can add multiple color stops to create more complex transitions. This allows for a more detailed and nuanced gradient effect. 4. Adjust the gradient. Customize the gradient by adjusting the angle, center point radius, and other parameters depending on the gradient type. These adjustments help in fine-tuning the gradient to match your design vision. 5. Apply the gradient. Apply the created gradient to your desired element, such as a shape, text, or background layer. This step brings your gradient to life within your design. Design software often provides real-time previews, allowing you to see the gradient's appearance as you make adjustments. This feature is incredibly useful for making on-the-fly changes. Additionally, you can save your custom gradients for future use, streamlining your workflow. This is particularly helpful for maintaining consistency across different projects. Creating gradients in design software is an accessible process, empowering designers of all levels to experiment with different gradient types, colors, and parameters to achieve their desired visual effects. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced designer, mastering gradients can add a professional touch to your work.